Prosperity and abundance to everyone tuning in. I am Mrs.Melanin Reigns, and it is an honor and a pleasure to be back with you all. Now, please bear with me if you can hear the background noise. I am actually in the middle of working on some trays and different things, but this message right here, it came through, and it came through with chills. So I definitely wanted to go ahead and give it to you guys. So as I'm continuing to bloom on this journey, and I'm learning, and I went from pretty much dabbling in divination to coming back to really honoring and building that relationship with the divine, right? There's so many things I've been thinking about today. Like, people will argue about the word God, but in other languages, the term is not God. I actually asked one of my close friends, and in Spanish, hopefully I'm saying it right, it is Dios. Obviously, this word is going to be different in other languages. And it just goes to show that arguing about title or term, I'm not saying it does not have a purpose, right? As far as different names or whatever. But we know that there's so much more to it. So anyways, the message I just got was about astrology. And so I'm coming from a space where, and I still do and I'm just trying to be honest with you guys, okay? I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to be some popular person. I'm here to do what is placed on my spirit to do. And what I received just now about astrology is not that, these things are necessarily demonic within itself, because people always say, oh, it's your intent. But here's the thing, the people you're going to cannot be trusted. I was just thinking about these different cults and how cults like Carbonation and these different places would gaslight these people by saying, hey, your Aquarius is in blah, 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 so that's why you are blah. And in the midst of sexually abusing these people, physically abusing these people, emotionally, spiritually. And Carbonation is just one out of very many. There's cults of all traditions, cultures, races, and things of that nature. And that came to me because you can't trust these other people that you're paying money to do cards for you, to do astrology for you, and all of those things. In addition to the familiar spirits that come along with things like tarot, and those monitoring spirits being low vibrational, in addition to that, I'm not even talking about that, but astrology specifically, what came to me was like, number one, you cannot trust these people looking into your life, looking over your life. And also, they don't have the say-so to even know how that actually flows. What may look like a weakness because your sun is in the 4th house and blah, 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 what may look like a weakness, it may just be a space where you are fertile for something to bloom, for God to use something in you in that season of your life, okay? And then on top of that, okay, so why can't you just look into astrology yourself, right? You can learn it, right? With that, here is where that becomes problematic, is you're going to be over obsessed with fixing self. And that's what we see in society today. It's not just on a physical level, even on a spiritual level. It's a great thing to heal and move forward and be able to keep your integrity, not even your integrity clean, but to be able to not be defeated by the circumstances of life, and to be able to get back to, that pure heart, pure spirit, or clean heart, clean spirit. Not to say you're innocent or anything, we're not talking about that, but just to be flowing in a space of integrity or authenticity might be the better word, okay? That, as far as you looking into your own stuff, it will cause obsession. And you see a lot of mental illnesses are escalating, especially with people who dibble and dabble in spiritual divination that they do not understand. And also this certain aspects of like this prosperity programming, where it's like obsession more so with material things. People aren't not really caring about the work they need to do at base. They're not caring about their relationship with God, meaning with source, meaning your energy connected to all that is omnipresent and omnipotent. God is beyond something. God is not anything in the sky. God is omnipresent and omnipotent, okay? That's the message I pretty much receive. You can't trust these people. We look around and look in the world. You don't see too much integrity. And we just have to be honest. A lot of people are scared of law enforcement. You got some people are scared of this or that, or they have certain limitations. But all in all, we see people who gossip against one another in families and friendships. You see people cheating on one another. You see people ripping people off. You cannot trust the people in this world. And a lot of these people that you view as so-called spiritual high priestesses and stuff like that, they don't have integrity. Like, that's why I really had to go look for the truth in spiritual discipline. And there is no group, no anything that you can ever find a totality of truth. And you really have to connect straight that relationship with God. You have to. So these people do not have the integrity. A lot of them get very haughty in their nature. You can see the arrogance. Even from myself, even some of the things I've said, I've posted, the way I've approached people in situations, I had no idea I was embarking upon next level narcissism. So that is on their end. And when it comes to you, like I said, whatever may be perceived logically as a weakness or a place you need to work on or whatever, you never know how that is going to be transformed when you pair yourself with the Most High, when you pair yourself with God. You never know. And nobody else could tell you. And that direction has to be given specific. You have to hear it yourself. Your body is the temple. You have the ability to receive straight from source. You don't need to go outside of anything. You don't need to obsess about Mercury retrograde. You don't need to obsess about any of those things. It's burdensome to you. And that's why God said, put the burdens on me. Don't worry about it. It does not mean there's not some truth to it. It doesn't mean that there is not an aspect of God itself. But that is beauty and that is love. And I know for myself, especially becoming a mother now, sometimes I was just thinking yesterday, like, I'm not really, how can I say this? I'm not too eager to try to dictate the next person's free will. So I'm loving more as my little one starts to grow into her autonomy and she's learning and can make certain decisions on her own. Obviously, I'm still guiding her because that is what I'm here to do. But I'm not a person who wants to even have to tell the person, don't do this, don't do this, do that. That's burdensome to me. And that was God speaking to me in that moment. Like, you see why? So I hope this message helped you. That just came through, and it came through with so many chills. And I'm just telling you, in this season, I don't know who it is that's trying to silence me. Actually, I have an inkling, but I know it's not just a person, it's an energy. And whoever may be trying to silence you, baby, those days are over. Those days are over, okay? And I hope that I'm not offending people. I know sometimes my demeanor can be so, I don't know. Sometimes I don't have the full perspective of how I'm coming across, but I will continue to pray on my behalf. I will continue to learn on my behalf and try to exemplify humility as I grow. Y'all be patient with me. I'm not going anywhere. I know I said I was going to take down these pages. I'm not taking down nothing. I'm coming. I'm coming back, and this time I'm not going to cut myself short. I'm not going to get scared of where I'm going. I'm not going to get scared of the elevation. I'm not going to dim my light for anybody else. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. So I hope that really helped you all. We'll talk soon.